Welcome. When you picture winter in Europe, you might imagine snow-dusted castles, twinkling Christmas markets, or skiing in the Alps. Snow transforms cities into quiet wonderlands and shapes everything from holiday traditions to daily life. For farmers, snow protects crops. For ski resorts, it's the backbone of the economy. But heavy snow can also disrupt travel and work. As winter approaches, many wonder, will we get those classic snowy winters, or are milder, wetter seasons here to stay? Europe's weather is a complex puzzle, influenced by global patterns and climate change. In this video, we'll break down what experts predict for Europe's winters from 2025 to 2030, region by region, and what it means for you. So grab a hot drink, get cozy, and let's explore Europe's winter future. So, what's the outlook for European snowfall as we approach 2030? The answer: it's complicated and varies by region. Scientists expect more variability and extremes. Some winters will be mild, others could bring intense snowstorms. The warming trend means more rain in low-lying and southern areas, and shorter snow seasons at lower altitudes. But a warmer atmosphere holds more moisture, so when cold air arrives it can trigger heavy, disruptive snow events. Fewer snowy days, but bigger storms when they hit. That's the paradox of winter in a warming world. The consensus: prepare for inconsistency. One year could be snowy, the next mild and wet. Industries and individuals alike will need to stay adaptable. In short, expect surprises and be ready for anything from rain boots to snow shovels. Why are Europe's winters so unpredictable? This question has puzzled scientists and residents alike as the once predictable seasonal patterns have become erratic and difficult to forecast. The main driver behind this unpredictability is global climate change, which is altering the very fabric of our weather systems. The Arctic is warming much faster than the rest of the planet, a phenomenon known as Arctic amplification. This rapid warming is shrinking the temperature gap that powers our weather systems, leading to significant changes in weather patterns. This destabilizes the jet stream, a crucial component of our weather, causing it to meander and get stuck. This results in prolonged weather conditions such as long cold spells or extended mild rainy periods, which can disrupt daily life and economic activities. Warmer air holds more moisture, which fuels heavier precipitation. So when temperatures drop low enough, this can lead to more intense snowstorms, blanketing cities in thick layers of snow and causing transportation chaos. Natural cycles like the North Atlantic Oscillation still play a significant role, swinging between mild, wet winters and cold, snowy ones. However, these cycles are now influenced by the overarching warming trend. These cycles now operate atop a warming trend, making their effects less predictable and sometimes more extreme, leading to a wide range of winter experiences across Europe. The result is a complex mix of long-term warming and short-term variability, creating a challenging environment for meteorologists and residents alike. That's why forecasting Europe's winters is more challenging than ever. Meteorologists must consider a multitude of factors, from global climate trends to local weather patterns, to make accurate predictions. The only certainty is change. As Europe continues to adapt to these shifting patterns, understanding and mitigating the impacts of climate change becomes increasingly crucial for future generations. Let's delve into the fascinating forces that shape Europe's winter weather: the polar vortex and the jet stream. These powerful atmospheric phenomena play a crucial role in determining the kind of winter Europe experiences each year. The polar vortex is essentially a massive pool of cold air swirling over the Arctic. It acts like a giant refrigerator, keeping the cold air contained. However, its behavior can vary significantly from year to year. When the polar vortex is stable and strong, Europe tends to experience milder winters. But when it weakens or becomes disrupted, frigid Arctic air can plunge southward, bringing with it deep freezes and heavy snowfalls that can blanket cities and countryside alike. The jet stream, a high-altitude river of wind, is another key player. It acts as a boundary, separating cold Arctic air from warmer air masses. Its path is crucial in determining the weather patterns across Europe. The jet stream's path dictates which regions will experience snow and which will see rain. A slight shift can mean the difference between a snowy wonderland and a rainy winter. When the jet stream is straight, it brings mild, wet Atlantic air to Europe. But when it becomes wavy, it allows cold Arctic air to dive deep into the continent, causing cold snaps and snowstorms that can disrupt daily life. With Arctic warming, these jet stream wobbles are becoming more frequent. This can lead to weather patterns that get stuck, causing prolonged periods of extreme weather. As a result, one region might find itself buried in snow for weeks, while another enjoys an unseasonably warm, spring-like thaw. This variability makes planning and preparation challenging. These atmospheric drivers are key to understanding why Europe's winters are becoming more extreme and unpredictable. They explain the increasing frequency of blizzards, floods, and ice storms that have been observed in recent years. Understanding these complex systems is essential for preparing for what's ahead. By studying these patterns, meteorologists can better predict and help communities brace for the challenges of winter weather. Let's take a closer look at Northern Europe, focusing on Norway, Sweden, Finland, and the Baltic states of Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. These countries form a unique region where winter still feels like winter, with landscapes blanketed in snow and temperatures often dipping well below freezing. This region remains Europe's best bet for classic snowy winters, thanks to its proximity to the Arctic Circle and the influence of cold northern air masses. Here, winter is not just a season, it's a way of life, shaping everything from daily routines to cultural traditions. Inland and northern areas, especially in Lapland and the far north, will continue to see reliable snow cover. High-altitude ski resorts and remote wilderness areas should do well, attracting winter sports enthusiasts and those seeking the magic of the polar night and northern lights. However, the story is changing along the coasts. Coastal zones, particularly in southern Norway and Sweden, are experiencing more frequent rain-on-snow events, shorter snow seasons, and milder temperatures. This means less consistent snow cover and more unpredictable conditions for both locals and visitors. The clash between cold continental air from the east and milder, moist Atlantic air from the west will increasingly define winter here. This dynamic brings greater variability, with sudden shifts between calm, cold spells and turbulent, stormy weather. As the seas around Scandinavia warm, they release more moisture into the air. This can fuel intense sea-effect snowstorms, especially in coastal cities like Bergen or Trondheim, where heavy snow can fall in a matter of hours, disrupting travel and daily life. Residents and travelers should still expect robust snowy winters, but with more surprises than before. Icy spells, sudden thaws, and extreme snow events are becoming more common. One day you might be shoveling deep snow, and the next dealing with slush and ice as temperatures swing. The heart of winter will likely remain cold and snowy, preserving the region's winter wonderland reputation. But the edges of the season, early winter and late spring, are becoming less predictable, with more frequent thaws and rain mixing with snow. In this changing climate, flexibility and readiness are the new winter essentials. Whether you're a local or a visitor, being prepared for anything from blizzards to sudden melts will help you make the most of Scandinavia and the Baltic's evolving winters. Central Europe, Germany, Poland, Czech Republic, Austria, Switzerland, is a battleground for winter's extremes. Mild Atlantic air and cold continental air compete, making winters highly variable from year to year. The Alps' high-altitude resorts will keep getting good snow, possibly even heavier dumps thanks to more atmospheric moisture. Lower altitude resorts face shorter seasons and more reliance on artificial snow as the freezing line rises. The plains of Germany and Poland will swing between mild, wet winters and deep freezes with heavy snow, depending on the jet stream. Cities like Berlin and Warsaw could see anything from green Christmases to paralyzing blizzards. This volatility challenges agriculture and city services alike. The key for Central Europe: adapt and prepare for a winter that refuses to follow a script. Flexibility is survival. Southern Europe, Italy, Spain, Greece, will mostly see milder, wetter winters with snow rare in the lowlands. The Mediterranean coast will feel more like a cool, rainy season than a traditional winter, but the mountains, Pyrenees, Apennines, Pindus, can still get big snowfalls when cold air meets moist storms. Rare cold snaps can bring snow even to cities like Rome or Barcelona, causing major disruption. These events are infrequent but memorable, and infrastructure isn't built for snow. For most, winter means raincoats, but mountain regions could see great skiing and tricky access during storms. The forecast, mostly mild and rainy, but don't rule out a surprise snowstorm. Even in the sunniest parts of Europe, it pays to be prepared. With unpredictable winters ahead, preparation is key. Whether you live in Europe or plan to visit, residents, be ready for both rain and snow. Check your heating, insulate your home, and keep a snow shovel handy. Drivers, invest in winter or all-season tires and keep an emergency kit in your car. Blanket, snacks, flashlight, water. Travelers, for reliable snow, aim for high-altitude resorts in the Alps or Scandinavia. Always check snow reports and book flexible travel. Travel insurance that covers weather disruptions is a smart move. Pack layers to handle everything from mild rain to sudden cold snaps. Stay updated with local weather forecasts and heed official warnings. Information is your best tool. Know before you go and adapt as needed. A little preparation goes a long way toward a safe, enjoyable winter. As we look ahead to Europe's winters from 2025 to 2030, one thing is clear: change and variability are the new normal. The days of predictable winters are gone, replaced by a season of surprises, snowy beauty, sudden thaws, and dramatic storms. For industries and cities, this means adapting and innovating. For individuals, it means staying flexible and prepared. Despite the unpredictability, the magic of winter remains: snowy landscapes, cozy moments, and the thrill of the unexpected. Embrace the season in all its forms and find joy in whatever winter brings. Prepare your home, your travel plans, and your mindset for a range of possibilities. Whether it's rain or snow, Europe's winter will be anything but boring. Stay safe, stay warm, and enjoy the wonder of the season.